Hey everyone, this is Anna here, and in this video I want to show you how I made this large platter out of uh, just using a placemat that is a Monstera leaf. And it's quite large, so it would be a large platter, or I might decided that it would be a bird bath. So I don't know yet, but it's a cute platter. And I'm just gonna do like a recap of how I made this, and you can watch the rest of the video. I don't have sound on the video, but it was pretty straightforward to make this. I just want to explain just a few things. What kind of clay I used. This is Ellen Buff by High Water Clay. And this is a clay that I've used in the past, and I remember liking a lot of the color. It's like a little bit darker buff color. It does have a little bit of grog, so it's also good for hand building like this one. But it's also good for throwing on the wheel. I did make a few pieces that I will have another video coming up. Mugs that I've used. I've done the base on the wheel and the body of the mug using a texture roller. So that would be another video. But I've been on this um, phase of hand building phase, which I don't get to do that much, but I was inspired by Ceramics by Jazz. So it's a shout out to her. She does a lot of the textured platters, and a lot of her work has a lot of texture. So I wanted to bring these back. That I used to make some more than what I do now, using the doilies, and you can use different things for texture. But when I saw this Monstera leaf, and I'll put the link of everything that I use, like including the placemats that I use here for texture. I will put the link of my Amazon affiliate link. I'll put that on my description, along with some of the tools that I use also. Um, but anyways, that's the clay that I used, and it was about close to 6 pounds, and the thickness is about a quarter of an inch thick. Um, but you saw that, you see on the video that I cut out the excess. So maybe between 5 and 6 pounds, you could make something this big. I went with 6 pounds. So, and to me, that worked out pretty well. Um, I really like the texture that he left behind. I was afraid that it wouldn't show, but it showed really nicely. And I'll show you the mat right here. It's very kind of flexible. It's not very thick. That's why I was surprised that it really left a nice texture on the surface. So see how nice it is? One thing I didn't do, I didn't cut some of these longer cuts here. I didn't cut the clay all the way here because I wanted to make this a platter, and I don't want, if you would make like maybe a fruit bowl, it's okay to cut out, the holes and everything else, but I didn't want to do that. So for the little holes around, like these little holes here, what I might do is go later with the tool and carve just a little bit so it has like an indent, a place where the glaze will pull into that. But I don't want to cut it through because, like I said, I'm either using that as a platter or it's going to be a bird bath. I don't know yet. Um, you guys can let me know what you think. But anyways, I use this mold that I have, which is quite old. It's an oval, like an oval platter, and I've owned these for quite some time now. Um, what I like about this mold is that because it is oval, I've made a fish platter with that, like a big fish plate. You can just make different things. And when I saw that this Monstera leaf was kind of elongated, I thought it would be perfect to use, for this. If you don't have something like that, what you can do also is just turn the edges manually, just without having a mold, and then support it with something. Like some people use styrofoam underneath or paper rolled up, make like a roll of even newspaper and put it around just to raise the edges, and that works out also. I've done that for some of my bird baths that I've done in the past, like when I use my elephant's ear to make a leaf like this as a bird bath. That's what I did. I just turned the edges and used like a roll of paper around. Um, what else I want to say? I made this cute little frog last night, knowing that I wanted to put a frog on the leaf, so I thought it would be cute, and I attached that on the video. I do have a video on how I make frogs, and I will put the link also in the description. But look at him. I hope you can see him here. And I made him a little bit bigger. I know frogs are small. I made it a little bigger intentionally because of the scale, because this leaf is so large. That's why I made him a little larger so you could see, because otherwise he would be so tiny you would be lost on this large leaf. So I made him so you can see, you can definitely see him. Another thing that I'm debating is if I want to add a handle here or not. So because there is plenty of room for you to, if I use it as a platter, for you to put your hands in here and carry it or put food in there. But in the past, what I've done when I've made Monstera leaves like this as a platter, I go ahead and do like a stem, almost like a little handle, but I use coming from here, from this end, and I do like a folded stem. And it looks quite nice using it as a stem of the leaf. So I don't know yet. I might do it, or maybe I'll just leave it as it is. I'm pretty happy with how it looks right now, and I can't wait to glaze it and see how it's going to look. I'm thinking about leaving it white, um, or maybe a light green using that Sea Spray by Opulence, which is a real nice glaze to show texture. But I know also that pearl white looks really nice and it does show texture. And then the frog I'm going to paint and put under with underglazes, and then use my Kitten's Clear over. So the frog is going to really show up, like it's going to pop. So I've had a few ideas on how I'm going to glaze this, and we'll see. But I'm definitely going to post the results once all my pieces get dry finally and ready to go, for the kiln opening. But for now, since I don't have anything ready yet, I am making videos of how I make stuff, and then hopefully once they're done, I know you guys like to see the end result, and I do too. But just because I don't have, I do have some pieces ready that I'm thinking about making videos. But for these, what I'll do is just replace with the picture with the final results, and you guys will see when I do my kiln opening. So I hope you enjoy it, and please don't forget to like and subscribe, and that helps me continue making some tutorials for you.